Hey Year 12s, how's it going? We've got a video about how the course is going to look now that it's all online. First things first, you need to download OneNote, download it, and get onto this site and bookmark it. I've given you the link on the email already, as well as on Classroom. Google Classroom will be used for assessment tasks. It'll be used for roll calls, and it'll be used for daily what you're doing. So make sure you get on that each time you've got a lesson. Whereas OneNote will be for where you put all your work. So once you've done a past paper, we're going to hand it to you through OneNote instead of through Classroom, just to keep things separate so that you know that assessment tasks go into Classroom, get submitted there, and classwork gets submitted on OneNote. We're also going to do a portfolio for each of your core performances and each of your electives, whether it's a performance or a composition. We're going to be doing a comp or performance portfolio for each work that you're doing. The reason for that is so that we can keep tabs and really help support you on how you're going and all that. So that's what you'll be doing today. You should get access to this page. For each of the tabs that you see here, you will be doing a portfolio. Now, for today, we're going to start our first entry. And you can do entries by pressing that page button at the bottom inside your portfolio. What I want you to do is go to that spreadsheet that we had with all our official details and do a screenshot of that so that you've got a copy of that in your portfolio. You know exactly what your piece is and what topics it represents. Secondly, write down what mark out of 20 you're realistically aiming to achieve. Now, just to let you know, a band 6 or a A band is 17 to 20, and so that's an excellent performance. For me, I consider a performance 17 plus to be something that's worthy to be recorded, something that when you go to a gig, you might hear it at that quality. It's ready to be performed, and it's showy as well. It shows a lot of technical ability and contrast and all the rest of that. It's a well-rounded performance. The B band is 13 to 16. I don't think any of you should be aiming lower than that, but and that shows that it's a good performance, but it's probably not quite ready to be performed on stage or something like that. So it's lacking in some respects. Maybe it's just not quite as polished and so on. But you've got the descriptors all here in the syllabus as well. So write down what you're aiming to achieve and write down some reasons why as well. Then what I want you to do is do a progress performance of your piece. If you're completely not ready, just play an idea or two. You can just use your smartphone and record it and put a link there, or you can use the insert audio button, and that way you can just record a snippet of what you've got. Up to you how you do it. I would recommend downloading OneNote on your smartphones so that you can use that as a recording tool as well. Finally, give us an idea of how much of the piece you've learnt and how polished it already is in your perspective. So what aspects of the piece have you already achieved? Have you learnt all the notes? Have you started working on getting the different concepts of music out and so on? What are you currently focusing on to improve your piece? Cool. So if you can do that for each of your performance pieces, that would be amazing. Likewise, if you're doing a composition, do a similar thing as well. Follow each of these questions, but instead of the performance, it would be a composition. And finally, get to know how to use OneNote because we will be using it. I'll be sending past papers and stuff through there. We'll be sending, notes and stuff like that through OneNote. So make sure you know how to use that. Well, that's it for me. So hope everything's going all right for you guys and enjoy. See ya.